All right, so with that, I would like to introduce Diane Siefkes. She is the Lincoln chapter of SCORE outreach and marketing volunteer, also entrepreneur herself.
Also.
So take it away, Diane.
It's taken away. Hi, Diane Siefkes. I am a outreach and marketing for SCORE. Like most businesses, SCORE kind of got hit by the pandemic, so we are looking for more volunteers. It was very touch and go there for a while, but we're back, we're bad, and we're ready to help more businesses. So that's one of the things I really want to talk about. But I know a lot of people aren't familiar with SCORE. SCORE was formed in 1964. I'm older than SCORE. Oh my God. As a resource partner of the U.S. Small Business Administration, or the SBA. Our mission is to help aspiring and existing businesses succeed. Most people think of SCORE for startup or new businesses, which we do a lot of, helping people figure out what questions to ask, how to get going. Do I need government, how do I get, PTAC? How do I get a loan? We get a lot of questions about loan stuff. What taxes do I need? What? I don't know what I don't know. So we get a lot of those. But lately we've been getting calls about, we had somebody, they want to buy an existing business. They don't know how to buy. I want to make sure that it's a good business. I want to make sure that how do I get financing to do that? So one of our mentors is working with him to buy the existing business here in Lincoln. We also had a call from somebody who wants to buy the building. And I'm like, all right, we found somebody it's not trust me, that is anything to do with math is not something I do. That's why we have Ken. But we've got a mentor that's working with them to figure out, how do they, is the building worth buying? I was chatting with her briefly, and she said, they're telling me it's like $300,000 for this building. And she goes, well, I went and I looked on Zillow, and it's only like 108. And I said, well, the market is pretty hot. I don't think it's that hot, but let's get you set up with a mentor, and let's talk about what it is that you need, and how do you get it appraised, and who's a good person for you to talk to. So we do a lot. We are actually SCORE for the life of your business. We've also helped businesses do a succession plan. So, you know what, I want to retire someday, but I own the business, and kids aren't interested. How does this work? What does this look like? What's the next stage? So we can help with that as well. Lincoln chapter was formed in May of 1965. There are over 10,000 volunteers in over 1,500 communities across the nation. And since we started in 1964, SCORE has helped over 11 million people in pursuit of their business goals. We currently don't have numbers for Lincoln, for SCORE Lincoln. It's on my list of to-do things, but I'm sure you may imagine I have a few other things to do as well. So I do want to start tracking numbers. I know I've been answering the phones in the office, and we average 3 to 4 calls a week from people looking for help, which is why we need volunteers. This is volunteer. We don't get paid to sit down and talk to people. This is also not a sales funnel. We had somebody say, oh, this is great, I'll help. They actually sell businesses. Oh, it's a great referral source. And I'm like, no, rule 1, you can't get referrals from your SCORE clients. I do marketing, and small business is my target market. I had somebody say, oh my God, they were talking to me for an hour. I'll talk to anybody for an hour about marketing. I have no problem with that. And they're like, I want to hire you. And I said, no, you can't hire me. We'll get you somebody else within the SCORE organization who you don't have to pay, and you can get the same information. In 6 months or a year, you want to hire me? Then great, call me. But you can't do it right now. It's not a sales funnel. And we have some people who don't quite understand that. It is because we do want to help other businesses succeed. You've been successful in business. Don't you want to see other businesses be successful in business? That's what SCORE's about. Our mission is to foster, I have to read this, I don't have it memorized yet. Ken? Foster vibrant small business communities through mentoring and education. And our vision is that every person has the support necessary to thrive as a small business owner. And anybody who's in business for yourself, it's not easy. You like this. This is what I got into business to do. And I've had this conversation with a couple of people, but I also have to do accounting, and I have to do marketing, and I have to go find an app. And why do I need a website? And really, taxes? They want me to pay taxes? I have to deal with legal. Do I have to know LLC? All of this stuff. This is what you got into business for, but it's never that simple. So there's always other pieces. One of our core values is that our client success is our success. As I said, we work with early stage entrepreneurs, startup businesses, established businesses, and transitioning business. It really is for the life of a business. We help small businesses by providing free business mentoring. Now that looks very different depending on where you're at. We've helped people buy buildings. We've helped people create succession plans. We had somebody, they were going to get a grant, but they need to come up with a business plan. So I don't know. He told me, he said, well, I wrote it. And I said, well, great, bring it in, and we'll have a mentor sit down and go through it with you to make sure that it makes sense. We won't write the business plan, but we'll help you make sure your business plan is exactly what it needs to be. That's what we do. We provide help, counseling, mentoring. It's easy. Lincoln.score.org is our website. It says request a mentor. Doesn't matter, anybody here in the focus suites, you can do it. It doesn't matter who you are or where you're at. We'll match you with someone in your field or within the area of question. If you have questions about taxes, trust me, you're not going to talk to me. You're going to talk to Ken. I will say, I don't know, and then I'll let Ken talk to you. We also offer low and no cost training. So August 14th is our next class. It's called What's Involved in Starting a Small Business. It is a day full. It starts at 8, goes to 5. We cover about 8 topics. We have a lawyer that comes and talks about legal structures. We have an accountant who comes and talks about bookkeeping, accounting, and taxes. We also have marketing. Paige Zudavern is the one who does our traditional marketing, and then I talk about digital marketing. And we have who am I missing? Accountant. Finance. We have a finance person who comes. He's from the Center for Rural Affairs. They do a lot of small business loans, so he'll come and he'll talk about finances and what it means and what you need. And we have somebody, Zach Zimmerman, comes and he talks about business plans. He comes from Omaha even. I was like, yeah. So he comes and he talks about business plans. And I'm missing one more person. Insurance. We have Colton, I can't say his last name. Colton Z is what I call him. I'm sure most of you have met him. He is going to be doing our insurance, and he'll talk about, do you need insurance? And he's going to say, it's going to depend on what your business is. I have business insurance, and mine's a service. If you have a product, or if you're going into somebody's houses, you're going to need insurance. He can help figure out which one you need. So he'll talk about that. It does cost $49 because it's a full day. We do pay rent now for our room, and we also provide lunch. So we have to have a little bit of money coming in. On the other side, I always tell people, I used to do free classes. And it was never a priority for people because they had no skin in the game. They had nothing invested. So I don't do anything for free. It's got to be something. There's got to be a token amount attached to it. So again, but for $49 for a full class, or full day, you're not going to get that anywhere else. And it is, I actually took it almost 20 years ago before I bought my first business, and I kept that packet of stuff for 2 years, and I would refer back to it. Everybody's like, okay, what do I need to do now? What do I need to do now? So it's very helpful. The other one that we are offering, it's not quite published yet, Empowering Women Entrepreneurs Conference. So excited. We're doing it collaboratively with Omaha, Grand Island, Columbus, and Lincoln. We're all going to do it. We're going to have a keynote that comes from, I think she's going to be in Columbus, and then we're going to have local speakers. Sarah Collins is going to be one of our speakers. We're going to have breakout rooms. We're going to have lunch. We're going to have more food. We're going to do professional networking at the end of the day. But it's designed for women to connect, empower each other, and then get energized. That also will only be $49, thanks to not only Score Lincoln, who is one of the hosts or sponsors. Arrive Community and Co-working is also a co-sponsor, and Union Bank and Trust is going to co-sponsor with us. So that's one way we can keep the cost really low, because again, it's going to include lunch, we're going to have breakfast, we're going to have snacks. Obviously, I'm all about the food, because if you notice when I talk about things, it's always if I got the food covered. So that's the second thing that we do. So it's low cost education. And then the other thing that we have is free resources. If you go to our website, you can actually browse the library. There is a template for a marketing plan. There's a template for a business plan. There's blogs about 10 things I need to do for shipping and handling. There's things about websites. There's all kinds of resources on the internet or on our website. There's also, in our office, if you ever want to swing by, we have things like this. How to really start your own business. So we have these kind of books, and it's got all kinds of information about creating your business plan, a financial plan. If you're already in business or you've even just started your business, grab one of these and just walk through it. It is amazing. I've done it. I've been in business for, oh Lord, from this time, almost a full decade now. And I've looked at this and gone, oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that. So it's very helpful. So we offer free resources. I suggest you definitely go and take a look at our website. And our website is lincoln.score.org. Very simple to remember. SCORE Lincoln is looking for volunteers. We need people who would like to meet with other small business owners and help them be successful. You can do it in 4 different ways. You can be a mentor, which is what Ken does, and a mentor actually meets one-on-one with clients. If you've got an extra 2 hours a month, then we'll just make sure that you're going to use those 2 hours that way. So it can be as little or as much. We used to focus strictly on people who were retired or newly retired. We're working on Steve, by the way. Newly retired or retired. But what we've discovered is we also want to work with people who are in business because they also are experiencing the same issues or they've experienced the same issues. So they speak from a certain level of wisdom. And that's why I tell people, if you've only got an hour and you want to get involved, we want you involved. There is a small business owner who's going to benefit from your knowledge. So let's help them grow. The other one that you can be is a subject matter expert. I'm not actually a mentor. I charge for my services, so I never feel quite comfortable saying, well, I'm going to give it for free to these people, but I'm going to charge you. So I'm a subject matter expert. So if one of our mentors is working with somebody and they're like, well, I need marketing help, Ken doesn't do marketing, but he could call me and say, hey, this person needs some help. I always tell people, I'll sit and talk to anybody for an hour about marketing. Well, I could go for days about marketing, but we'll just say it's an hour. And I'll help them figure out, and we'll ask questions. And if they need to do another one, we'll see what happens. But there's a lot of people who will do that. So that's a subject matter expert. That's kind of the second level. And the third level that you can get involved in is, and I already forgot, what am I missing, Ken? Subject matter expert, mentor, facilitator, workshop presenter. So we have Colton Z, Sam is our finance guy, Zach, Paige. They're what we call subject matter experts. So they come in and they do workshops. And again, they don't do anything else. They don't do subject matter expert, though I'm assuming if we probably called Colton, he'd probably sit down. I think most of them would sit down with almost anybody for an hour, but they're subject matter experts. And then the fourth way you can get involved, if you don't really want to spend a lot of time or if you don't want to mentor, you're not quite sure, we need just volunteers. So I do outreach and marketing. Well, we just joined the Lincoln Chamber of Commerce, so we need people to help go to that. We have Perk Ups that we want to attend every week. We're going to need people that are going to show up and represent us there. So we just need volunteers. We are going to hire, as of the 1st of September, we're going to get a part-time staff, so she'll be here 10 hours a week, but she can't do it all. So we'll need somebody to kind of answer phones and maybe return phone calls. Our office is really technically open Tuesdays and Thursdays from 1 to 4. So you can imagine there's a lot that goes in the rest of the week. We'd love to have somebody in our office Wednesday mornings. We don't get a ton of traffic, I think partly because of the pandemic, but we have had, since I've been in the office, we've had 3 people swing by. And we want to make sure that we're getting those people. So we just need volunteers. I'd love to talk to somebody who's got bookkeeping, more bookkeeping experience, because I've kind of been tasked with building a budget. Yes, you laugh because you know. No, Diane, in budgets. It's a very, right now it's, this is how much money we've got coming in, this is how much money we've got going out. Well, they don't match, Diane. Well, that's not my problem. So it's not going well, in case you hadn't figured that part out. So SCORE Lincoln is a vibrant, we're ready to get back to business, and we need your help. So if you know somebody who this is like, oh wow, they'd be great at this, please have them give me a call, have them give us a call. I didn't bring business cards, but we have a table right side of our office that's got business cards with their phone number and our email address on it. I would hope that you would please do get involved. Small business is booming. The pandemic has really, really gotten a lot of people excited and interested in being their own business owner. So we need more help than ever. And so we need you to help us. That's all I've got. Questions? Oh, come on. Got to come up with one good question. Yes, Jody.
So is this for Lincoln only or outside of Lincoln people can, because I'm thinking of a specific person that can use your services, so, but she does not live in Lincoln.
Where does she live?
Outside, Almar.
Okay, yeah, well, we'll work with her.
Okay,
There is a SCORE chapter in Omaha.
okay.
So they take predominantly Omaha. We have a branch in Beatrice that nobody's really affiliated with right now. So that's also on my list to get down. It's not going to happen anytime soon, obviously. But if you know anybody in Beatrice in particular, we do have a mentor who is in Nebraska City. But he's also like director of the economic development for that county. So he's pretty busy. So we'd love to get mentors, but if they live in Palmyra, give us a call. We do also, again, with the power of Zoom and technology, we have one of our clients, English is her second language and Mandarin is her first. So I put a call out to all of the chapters. There's over 1,500 SCORE chapters, and we found somebody in California who speaks Mandarin. So she could do English, but she wasn't confident and she wasn't sure that she'd understand it, so we found somebody to help. So that's, again, the beautiful part. And because Lincoln, we've got probably 4 mentors right now, and because we have just a few of them, and they do take on quite a few clients, we've been doing a lot of work with Omaha, and the Omaha mentors will come to Lincoln if they need to be. So I would say yes, if she needs help, just have her give us a call.
Okay. Those booklets you were holding up,
Yep.
are you handing those out?
Yes, yes, yes. I won't even charge you. Okay. You got to take a donut first, though.
Okay, I will take one home, is that okay?
It works for me. I got 2 dozen donuts. Y'all really got to eat those things. So, any other questions?
The part-time bookkeeper that you're looking for, is that a volunteer position?
Volunteer position. Our admin is 10 hours a week, and she's the only one that's paid. SCORE Lincoln did without a paid person forever. They've never had one. This is a new position.
Just to clarify. The other comment I would make, first of all, there's no such thing as retirement.
Right.
So looking for retired people is the wrong kind of people you're looking for.
Right.
You should be looking for people who believe that you go into the next phase, and that's giving back. And those are the ones you're looking for.
Right. Well, I'm looking for anybody that's ready to give back. I don't care. Retired, they got to be alive. Upright would be a good, but anybody who's ready to give back. I also do want to do a shout out for Quentin in PTAC. I had a question. We had somebody who needed to get certified as a minority-owned business. And I'm like, all right, well, I think. So we had a brief discussion, and I was like, well, all right, well, I'm not sure. So there were some things, and she literally says, well, I need it by Friday. And this was on Monday, I think. And so he came in and helped her out, and I don't know if it ever, not surprised. So we have a great relationship with a lot of people. Quentin's just he's just down the hall, literally next office over. We also do collaborate with the NBDC, Asian Center. I actually taught a class yesterday at the Refinery, or Echo Collective. She specializes in helping immigrants, women in particular, who are looking to start their own business. And that was very interesting, because that was there was a language barrier, and so it was very enlightening. So we are looking for more collaboration. Part of what I see SCORE Lincoln becoming is the resource, is the, hey, I don't know where to go. We know where you can go. We know where you can get this. I went and did a tour at UNL food place, whatever that, I can never remember what it's called. Fascinating what they do out there. If you ever get a chance, you should go out there. They don't feed you, but it's still interesting.
I'm surprised you went.
Yeah, I know. I was like, man, but I did go out because they're at Innovation Campus, so I did go into the coffee shop there, and yeah, it's fine. So I was happy. So it worked out just well. It was great. But there's a lot of, Lincoln is a vibrant small business community, and there's a lot of resources out there. So that is one thing that I kind of see as my role, is to help figure out what other resources are out there and how can we help you without duplicating. We don't want to reinvent the wheel. If somebody else is doing it, we're not going to, certify you as a minority or as a woman or as a veteran-owned business. That's what we've got Quentin for. So it is a vibrant business community, and we hope that we can continue to be a part of it. Any other questions?
Okay.
All right, I don't have anything to give away. Free mentoring, there you go.
Well, I have something to give away to you.
Oh,
Thank you
another
so
one.
much. An official
Official.
mug as a speaker.
Thank you.
Diane. If you know anybody that can help out SCORE that might be interested, please send them Diane's way. Just want to let you know who our upcoming speakers are in the coming weeks. Next week we have Julie and Shawnee with Giant Publishing Company. On August 19th we have Jim Hansen from Sand Hills Global. The 26th, Bud with Liba, and we are currently looking for somebody on Thursday, September 2nd. If you or anybody that you know is interested in being our spotlight speaker, hopefully still in person. If not, we'll be back on Zoom. Send them my way, please, and hang out. Go eat another donut.
Have a donut.
Have a donut. Have more of Nawaf's coffee, and if you didn't sign the sign-in form, if you could please do that for me, that would be a big help. And we hope this perked up your Thursday. Thank you.
Perked up my Thursday, I don't know.
Thank you so much.
Jason, I'd like your contact information.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yes,